Hey, what's going on, my friends? Long time no talk. I apologize for the massive delay, but we are back in full form. I have brought on a partner, my buddy here, Doughty.
Hey, everybody.
He's going to be hanging out with us for all the videos. We're going to be collaborating and doing a joint effort because both of us have successfully accomplished the end that we're trying to help you guys also achieve, and that is to go full time with what you really want to do, your purpose, your passion. As you know, and many, you could probably assume, a lot of people have a strong sense of purpose. They have a burning passion, but are weighed down by a life and particularly a job and career that they don't want but need to do. Well, we're here to tell you that you can have both, and we are living proof. We're not the only two on the planet doing it either, and we're going to share with you as much as we can, as much wisdom and experience and information that we've accumulated on our journey with all of you in this YouTube channel. So anyway, with that quick introduction out of the way, Aaron, thank you for being here, my friend.
Thank you. Happy to be here with you guys and help you guys go full time doing what you're passionate about and also following your purpose.
Yes.
And yeah, I think that this for me was the biggest game changer. My whole entire life has been me going full time doing what I love. I used to work at a 9-to-5 job. I worked Barney's, New York. I sold women's shoes. I worked there for years. I knew it wasn't my passion, and the moment I started going full time, creating videos and doing a lot of the stuff we're going to be sharing with you so that you can make that transition as well, it's been the biggest game changer because like we went to Sedona a couple weeks ago. We're going back in another couple weeks. We get to live life on our terms, and there's ways of accelerating that process so that it happens quicker than what it would normally take without that awareness of what can be done and how it can be done. So we want to help you accelerate the process of going full-time doing what you love, and that's what a lot of the focus is going to be on the videos that we make for you. So yeah, so the first one, so it's the first...
we didn't tell them the title yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so as a good opening video, we're going to share with you guys 3 things you must do in order to go full-time with your passion. And I'll let Aaron take it away with number 1.
Yeah, so the first one for me is this is something that I read somewhere, and it made a big change, because then all of a sudden I started to treat it differently. It has to do with treating your side hustle, or what you're passionate about, whatever you call it, treating that as your full-time even before you go full-time. So for example, I used to work at Barney's, New York. Like I was saying, I sold women's shoes. I knew that in order for me to make YouTube my full-time career and what I do full-time, I had to treat YouTube as if it was already my full-time for it to become my full-time. So what I started doing is I started literally thinking about, okay, this is what I want to do, is make videos. At the time, I was making a video every week, and I was like, okay, if I was doing YouTube full-time, would I only make 1 video a week? Now, there's some people that do that, and that's totally fine. However, for me, I felt like for me to be doing it full-time, I would have to be making videos much more often because I was so passionate also about making videos. So for me, what that meant is that from there going forward, one of the things that really changed everything for me was I started going daily on YouTube, because I knew that in order for me to make that my full-time thing, I would have to treat it like, what do I do at my full-time job? Well, I go in almost every day. I'm focused on it. There's certain things that I have to do every day on my daily routine at work. You know, there's certain things I had to reach out to clients, I had to make phone calls, I had to help people that came on the sales floor, I had to get things. There's certain things I did every day. If I were to do YouTube full-time or my passion full-time, what would I be doing daily that would make the biggest difference? That would treat it like it was my full-time. Because this is the thing too. The more you do it, the more you get into the vibration of doing what you love, the more you get into the vibration of you being immersed in your purpose, the more it becomes like a ripple effect through the rest of your life. The more momentum you build, and with that momentum comes the reward that you want. So for me, one of the biggest changes I made is I simply started to put in more time into my passion. And what that means to you, the practical side of this point, is what you can do is just start to decide that every single day you're going to do something that you're passionate about. Maybe you love doing art, or you like doing energy work. Whatever it is, simply set the intention that every day you're going to either learn something about it or you're going to practice it. You're going to paint every day. You're going to do some type of healing work. Whatever it is, do it every day, because what would you be doing full time? You'd be doing it every day, or at least 5 times a week. So it's about really just having that awareness that the more you immerse your energy into it, the more you get out of it, and you have to, in a way, start to treat it like you're full time. So for a while, I was making daily videos on YouTube plus working 40 hours a week. So I was busy a lot. However, doing that accelerated everything so quickly for me, because within a couple months of doing that, of going full time and treating my passion like my full time, I was able to go full time and not have to do the old job anymore. I was able to quit. I quit it in August of last year, 2017, and never looked back since, because now I just do what I love every day.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I think in the internet marketing world, they call it like I don't know what the one word is, but a lot of people are dabblers. You're saying don't be a dabbler, take it seriously and commit to it, basically. Yep. Yeah, that's powerful. It does make a difference. So number 2 is something that was very helpful and relevant for me, and something I actually teach my clients, is to model success. Very similar, going off the premise of what he was saying, but maybe in a more specific way. So what I would tell people to do is like, okay, what would you like your life to be like? For me, I was very attracted to this guy named Elliot Hulse. He made daily videos like Aaron does. And I just admired how much time and freedom he had to be able to read and work out and work on himself. And he basically designed his entire life around what he wants to do. So I was so attracted to that exact lifestyle that I asked myself, what does Elliot do? I found out, what does he read? What does he eat? What time does he go to bed? What's his morning routine like? I tried to learn everything I could about him, and I modeled that. Like, well, okay, if Elliot gets up every day and goes for a walk and listens to an audiobook, I will do that. And I basically just became an embodiment of that same lifestyle, and therefore it sort of made me become the person who has that lifestyle. So that was a very powerful thing. And in a more practical business sense, a lot of times people, like for example, maybe you want to become a healer, but you really don't have any idea of like, what does that look like? What does a successful healer's online presence look like? You might have no clue if you haven't done the research. So it can help expedite the process rather than trying things and starting from scratch. You say, okay, there's a person maybe 5 years down the line, they're doing well, they have a really nice looking website, they have a decent following, they have all these different services. I'm gonna model that. I'm gonna make my website look similar to theirs. I'm gonna really try to do what they're doing. Okay, they're on Facebook and they post daily posts on Facebook. I'm gonna post daily posts on Facebook. They're posting quotes. I'm gonna try quotes. Not that you want to blindly copy, but modeling something that's already been proven to work is a shortcut, no doubt. Right?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that there's certain patterns that cause success, and if you follow those patterns or you kind of model them in a way, you become of the same vibration from a certain perspective. And this could be just where, when you become aware of what it is, that's where most of the power is. So like, for example, read books on biographies of people that have already accomplished what you want. So for example, last night, I was just telling Victor this a minute ago, last night I watched a documentary on Tony Robbins. It was an old school 90s documentary of explaining his story and the different things that he went through growing up, and how he became the kind of person that he is as a speaker and like an inspirational type person, transformation work and stuff. My goal is to become similar to what he does, so I was watching it because I knew that just by watching him and seeing his life story and how he did what he did, that I would start to kind of in a way wire my brain to want a similar type result. And I would see certain correlations. I'm like, oh, he went through this, and he went through he had a painful childhood because his mom treated him a certain way. I had a painful childhood because my ex-stepmom treated me a certain way. It was very similar parallels, and for me, it just kind of motivated me to know that if he did it, so can I. So there's certain ways that he went about that. There's a certain way he made a name for himself. Now, of course, I'm doing it in the more 2018 or whatever, time of doing it, because now it's more about building a social media presence. So I'm doing, in a way, what would be the updated version of what he did, of just him doing events, for example. But nonetheless, yes, that was something that I realized as well, is following the patterns of success.
Yeah, that's a whole other dimension of what I was talking about, and that was another level of like me following Elliot. Like I watched him.
Exactly.
We had similar paths. I was in massive credit card debt, so was he.
And not only that, but I could see I was going to say this too. I could see the parallels because he has kids. He has like three or four kids.
Right.
You have 3 kids.
Yes.
So it's like
if he can do it, so can I.
Exactly.
That was my thing. Like he struggled. He wasn't always perfect, but
and
now he's where
he
I
still
want
has
to
a
be.
really like in-depth relationship with his kids. So it's not like, you know, he has to sacrifice it to go build a business. So it's like, oh, he has a great relationship with his kids. He is able to spend a lot of time with them, plus do what he loves. So you're, I'm sure, in the same way, like, oh, I could still be a great dad. I could still spend time with them, plus grow a very successful business. So you know what I mean?
It's like smart and wise in a tactical sense, but also for the believability factor as well. Very powerful one.
So so the third one, right? The third one has to do with something that either you do this or you remain almost at the effect. So you can either be at the cause or the effect. This has to do with becoming your own boss, because if you don't become your own boss, you will have a boss. So this has to do with discipline. This has to do with understanding that you must take the initiative. Now, that's what I did, is I was like, I'm going to do daily videos on YouTube. Nobody was telling me you have to do daily videos. Sometimes I'd get home from work at 11 or 12 at night because I'm in Vegas and we were open till midnight on the weekends and 11 o'clock every other night. I'd get home at 11 or 12 at night and I'd have to go film a video, edit the video, and schedule the video for the next day, get to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning, and then get up the next day, after 5-6 hours of sleep. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to do that. That's kind of an extreme example, but I had to motivate myself because that's how motivated I was to get out of a job that I wasn't passionate about and to get into doing what I love more. So I realized I had to become my own boss. So I had to become very clear as to my vision, and I had to have and develop the discipline. The discipline was the key. So you can either be at the cause by kind of developing your own discipline and understanding the initiative and going in the direction of what you want, or you'll unfortunately have to have somebody to tell you what to do. And that's why this can be such a powerful moment for you, because you can decide right now that you're going to become your own boss from now going on forward. You're going to say, you know what? I know that I should be creating content on my blog. I know that I should be reaching out to clients for my energy work, or I should be doing more art, or whatever you're passionate about. Just decide that you're going to do it more. That decision is what starts to make you your own boss. So that's what I think.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. I think a lot of entrepreneurs in the beginning find that what we have found, or at least me anyway, that it's easy to show up to work and someone else telling you what to do. You kind of are motivated from this external source, like he said, to get a certain amount of things done. But when you're on your own, if you're not used to it, it takes a lot of discipline. So for me, I read a lot of books about productivity and self-discipline, and it took me some time to really become as productive as I needed to be successful. So it's something that I would say most people will have to take seriously and work on to be successful. Otherwise, again, if that sounds drudgerous, well, the alternative is, as he said, to have a boss.
Yeah, so you just have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah,
If that's what you want, there's ways of doing it. We'll share maybe in a different video. We could do a whole video just on discipline and habits and strategies. I mean, we do a whole video on that. If you guys like to, maybe comment below and we'll read your comments and
we'll give some hacks and some tips.
We'll make videos on it if you guys are interested, because I know a lot of people, sometimes even on my channel especially, sometimes they're like, I want to feel more motivated. I want to feel not procrastinate. Well, there's ways of getting around that, and I'm sure we both suffered from that before, from procrastination, lack of action.
Yeah.
But it really is a game changer. So so these 3 things we think can absolutely transform your life if you start to apply them. It's just simply start to treat your job, your passion, as your full-time job now, and if you start to put that energy into it, everything begins to change because your energy starts to become more immersed with it. Like Vic was saying, start to model success. There's certain patterns, like Tony Robbins says, patterns leave clues. Look for those. Find people that are already a couple years ahead of you and start to model their success. And then thirdly, simply become your own boss. Take the initiative, and the more that you do that, the more you find that things start to happen for you because you're at the cause rather than the effect. So another thing that we're going to be giving you is, if you want to know how we do what we do full time and the sources of income that we have, there really is so much more potential than you can possibly imagine online. You don't need hundreds of thousands of followers to be making like 6 figures a year. You don't need that huge audience, but it can be done. You can grow an audience doing some of the strategies we're going to be sharing with you. But if you guys want a list and a explanation of the 5 ways that we make money, not including ads. Everyone thinks on YouTube it's all about ads. If you want 5 ways that we do and the strategies we use to create an abundant lifestyle, then in the description box below you'll see something where you can put your email in. A little lead, you click on it, it'll take you, you put in your email address. We will send you a video that explains all of this to you. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and click the link in the top of the description box below, and we will send you the top 5 ways that you can go full-time doing what you love, not including ads. Ads can be powerful, but there's just so much more potential. So we want to share those with you. So if you're interested, go ahead and click the top of the description box below. And other than that, how often are we going to be doing videos on this channel?
We should discuss that.
Oh,
like,
talk
at least
about
once a week, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I think once a week for sure.
Once a week, yeah.
We're gonna do it. We'll do our best though.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I had fun, man.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's a great
cool,
combo.
Cool. Yeah. All right, my friends, you take it easy. Thank you again, Aaron, for joining and participating. It's great to have you. We'll be in touch. Peace, guys.
Peace.